In this video, we're gonna dive into why so much of the migration to Tennessee, especially the cities like Chattanooga and Cleveland, is coming straight from Georgia. A lot of it from Metro Atlanta. We'll talk about the cost of living, traffic or the lack thereof, lifestyle changes, and some of the surprising things that people don't expect when they move here. By the end, you're going to have a pretty good idea of why so many Georgians are making the move just 2 hours north and why it might be the right move for you too. And hey, if you find yourself thinking, yeah, Chris is my guy, you can reach out using the form right below in the description or just shoot me a text at the number that you'll see right here on your screen. Just honest insight, genuine support, and a chance to explore what your life could look like here. So let's dive in. Now, let's be honest. Atlanta is a really cool city. Great food, rich culture, tons of sports and history, but living there, that's gotten a lot tougher. According to multiple studies and surveys, Georgia and especially the Atlanta metro is one of the top places that people are moving to Tennessee from. Now, why is that? Well, for starters, the cost of living keeps climbing. The median sold home price in Atlanta, according to the National Association of Realtors, right now is around $465,000. That's up from just a few years ago, and it's made it hard for first-time home buyers and families to stay competitive. Renters are feeling the squeeze too, with average rents for a 2-bedroom pushing $2,000 a month in many areas. Compare that to Chattanooga, where the median sold home price is closer to $340,000, and you can often get a yard, a garage, some actual breathing room. And rent, it's around $400 a month less for the same space. And it's not just housing. Groceries, gas, car insurance, utilities, all of it is noticeably cheaper here. A lot of people realize that when they do the math, they could be living more comfortably with the same salary or maybe even a lower one. According to bestplaces.net, Chattanooga is 21% cheaper to live in versus Atlanta. And that lower overhead doesn't mean that you're downgrading your life. In fact, for a lot of people, it means upgrading it. More savings, less stress, and a lifestyle that's actually sustainable. Add in that Tennessee has no state income tax, and the financial upside just keeps getting better. And while some folks here will want to challenge me on this one, there's also something else that's better in Chattanooga, and that is the traffic. Atlanta is infamous for its traffic. You already know that if you've lived there long. Long commutes are just part of the daily life. You start your day behind the wheel and end it the same way. Some of my clients were spending 2+ hours a day just to get to and from work or school activities. And that is time that you'll never get back. It's time that you could spend with your kids, your partner, your dog, or heck, even just watching some trashy TV. One of the biggest shocks for people who move to Chattanooga is realizing most things are just 20 minutes away. I've had clients text me weeks later after moving saying things like, I keep leaving the house way too early because I'm not in Atlanta anymore. Now, yes, the I-75-24 split has been somewhat of a nightmare since I moved here in 2016, but it's shaping up to be much better really soon. And my wife Megan actually made the move from Atlanta before we ever met. She was done with the chaos, the traffic, the everything is a hassle kind of feeling. She found this quieter pace up here, and honestly, that move changed her life. And mine too, thanks to it. We still get to visit Atlanta whenever we want, but now we come back to a city that doesn't feel like it's eating up our peace of mind just to live in it. So if living is what you really want, let's connect. Just fill out that form below and schedule a Zoom call with me to learn more about how I could help make that happen for you. People move to Chattanooga for a reason, and most stay for the lifestyle. There's a reason that it's called the scenic city. We're surrounded by mountains, rivers, trails, and waterfalls, but we also have a creative, connected community that punches way above its weight for a town this size. Think of it like this. Atlanta's nightlife might run louder and later, but Chattanooga's lifestyle, it runs deeper. With extraordinary farmers markets, dog-friendly patios, live music, great coffee, and the kind of friendly strangers that you just don't find everywhere. Do you want to wake up and hit a trail before breakfast, or maybe you want to work remotely from a mountaintop Airbnb with a killer view and killer Wi-Fi? Or what about paddleboarding after work or grabbing tacos with your bestie on the riverside? That's normal here. And let's just talk for a minute about the seasons. Fall is stunning with foliage that looks like it belongs in a painting. Springtime, you're outside every weekend, and even winter here is milder than up north with the occasional snow, but just enough to make it magical without shutting everything down for days. Is it rainy? Yeah, it is. Tennessee is the 6th most rainy state in the country, but that just means super lush green mountains to enjoy for months on end. I've had folks move here thinking they'd miss the buzz of a big city, and 6 months in, they're texting me from a hiking trail saying that they've never felt more balanced. It's that kind of place. So who's making the move? Well, in the last couple of years, I've helped young professionals ditch long commutes for work from home setups with actual home offices. Families who were priced out of Atlanta school zones looking for great neighborhoods with room to grow. Empty nesters and retirees who sold their big homes in Georgia and bought something comfortable, manageable, and peaceful, and still had money left over for travel. I've also helped teachers, nurses, first responders, and even a few tech workers who realized that they could keep their job in Georgia while living here in Tennessee. The remote work era has made it easier than ever to live where you want to, not just where you have to. Some people come here planning to rent and try it out first, and within months they're asking me to help them buy. It doesn't take long to fall in love with this place. The common thread is that they all were ready to breathe a little easier, and Chattanooga gave them that space, literally and figuratively, to do that. If you're wondering where people actually move when they land here, let me break it down for you. North Shore is always a hit with folks who love walkability, local boutiques, great brunch spots, and river views. St. Elmo is going to offer that historic charm and instant access to Lookout Mountain's trails, and it's definitely a vibe there. Cleveland and Ottawa are especially popular with families from Georgia. Better schools, more square footage, and peaceful neighborly communities. Want newer construction with a little bit of land? We've got that. You want mid-century charm and walkability? We've got that too. One of the things that people love the most here is the variety. There are also exciting developments popping up across the area, from revitalized downtown lofts to new subdivisions near the Volkswagen plant. You've got options, and I am here to help you navigate them. You don't have to sacrifice convenience or character to live affordably here. You just have to know where to look, and that is what I'm here for. And hey, I would be missing something really important if I didn't mention the dogs and the cats and everything else with 4 legs that makes a house a home. When you buy or sell a home with me, I donate 10% of my compensation to a pet-focused nonprofit of your choice. It's called Mission 42, and it's named after a stray dog who showed up at our house one day and changed our lives. So not only are you finding your new place in Chattanooga, you're helping someone else find a second chance. Relocating is a big deal, I get that. New state, new systems, new streets to memorize. That's why I don't just help with the home search. I help with the whole experience, from connecting you with local lenders and moving companies to giving you the inside scoop on schools, traffic patterns, and even the best dog-friendly brunch spots. I've got you covered. You're not just buying a house, you're building a new life. My job is to make sure that life feels good from the very first step. I treat every client like a neighbor because odds are you're about to become one. So if Atlanta's wearing you out, if you're craving a calmer pace and a better financial fit and a place where people actually wave at each other on the street, Chattanooga might just be calling your name. When you're ready, I would love to help. Whether it's your forever home, your fresh start, or just the next stop on your journey, let's make your move meaningful. So welcome to Chattanooga. It's not Atlanta, and that just might be exactly what you're looking for.